Yo,
Hold my mic. Bob chillin'. I feel you, bro. I got people who live in the apartment below me, so I gotta be like not yelling. I would be yelling at this game. What a choke job. I have not gone live in a long time on this channel. I've been just doing the videos. I've been busy with life. I hope everyone's doing well. This is unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable, folks, that we lost this game. Unbelievable, folks, we lost this game. Just like we do in all our recaps, like I do in the videos, we're going to go over the bar graph, go over the stats. Curry with 9 or 10 shots. They made him give up the ball. But our fourth quarter, we played 27 close games. At the beginning of the season, I talked about if we don't win these close games, we're not going to be a playoff team. If we win half these close games, clutch games, which is 5 minutes, under 5 minutes, up 5, down 5, fourth quarter, you're going to not be in the play-ins. This is the problem, bro. We blow these leads. Besides Curry, we don't have clutch. Dennis was supposed to be the guy. He ain't. He is not doing with us. With Brooklyn, Dennis was the man. Playoff guy. Dennis was an all-star type of player. Here he's not. And we're going to break this all down. Looney going out sick after starting the game hurt us. Sabonis really took over. Big men took over. You know, Wiggins, give him credit. He kept us close in the fourth quarter, but we don't have enough firepower. Don't have enough firepower. Malik Monk dunked on himself and didn't get a bucket, and they still won. That play was wild. It's unbelievable, folks, that we lost. I hate losing to the Kings for many reasons. I hate losing to the Kings. I hate hearing Light the Beam. If I was a Kings fan, I'd be all into it. I would be all into it. But we're Warriors fans here, and it's brutal. So let's go over these stats because this is just unbelievable that we blew this game. Another clutch game that we blew. So I'm going to break this up. Again, please comment and chat. If you guys have any questions, we're going to make this interactive together. All right. You guys have my screen. Let's make sure you guys see it. If you have any questions, again, let me know. And we're going to start with this graph because this just tells the story of the game, folks. We started the game so well. So well. Yes, they got the first bucket, basically. But at the end of the first, close game. But you know what? It felt like we had control of the game. We were making our shots. We were getting up and down the court, making it tough. Midway through the second, up 13. Up 13, 78% chance to win. 78% chance to win, up 13. Randy Silver Warriors Digest. Please subscribe if you guys are new here. We break down Warriors news for you daily. Halftime, 90% chance to win. ESPN, national television, primetime game. Technically primetime on the West Coast. East Coast, not really. 90% chance to win. And you know what happens? It gets better. It gets better. Yes, it's a smaller percentage, but you're up 60 to 74. And then slowly the comeback happens. And folks, the avalanche that always happens to the Warriors earlier in the season, the Rockets. You remember that game against the Rockets? We were up 30. We blew that lead. We won in overtime. Minnesota, something similar happened. Memphis, something similar happened. And you know what we all said? Hey, we had that gene this year. We're going to win clutch games. It was a mirage. It was a mirage. We don't have that gene. We don't have that clutchness. Teams have figured us out how to beat us. And that's what happened here in the first and the third quarter. Give the Kings credit. They played well at the end of the third. I've been to many Kings games. It gets loud in that arena. It can become an avalanche against you. Steph Curry in the playoffs, game 750 in Sacramento, he overcame it. He's older now, 3 years older. He doesn't have the same firepower around him. He can't get it done like that. He will have glimpses, but we can't expect him to be superhero every time. You know what happened? We went into the fourth quarter up 1. From up 65 to 48 to up 1. Now, folks, we do know in the modern NBA, a 20-point lead is nothing. Back in the day, 20-point lead, it was over. But the amount of threes that people take, 20-point lead can get like that, like that. And then topsy-turvy, it felt like it could go either way. Here in the fourth, up 4 with 4 to go, clutch time game. What is clutch time game again? Under 5 minutes, you're up 5, down 5. We have 27 of those this year. We're losing many of them. And what happened? We lost fouling and fouling. And we're going to go over Quinten Post. He played. Guy Santos got in there. Wiggins. So, folks, this is what hurts. 145. You're up. You're down 1. It's a tie game. We're missing shots. Curry took that deep three. That's all he had. And that was it. Brutal, folks. Just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. This is a game you can't lose. Like, you can't lose this game. We're now under 500. We're now under 500 on the road. Kings, after firing after firing Mike Brown, who people said it was a stupid decision, you have to applaud the Kings. Give the Kings credit. They fired their coach who they felt like they needed the change. They're 10-2 since that firing, rocketing up. We actually made 2 more shots than the Kings. 2 more shots than the Kings. Field goal percentage, about the same. Threes, we made 11 more threes. Folks, look at that. Look at that line. We made 11 more threes. What is 11 times 3? 11 times 3 is 33. We had 33 more points behind the arc than them, and we lost the game. How? How do you lose a game? How do you lose a game when you make 33 more? You have 33 more points from behind the arc. How? And we're going to get to that. Look at the free throws. 30 of 32. 30 of 32 from the line. I'll get to the chat questions in a second. We just got to go tangent. We gave up 30 of 32 from the line. You know what we shoot from the line? 72%. We were below that. We're the worst team in the league from the free throw line. They went 93% from the line. They made 20 more points from the line than we did. 21 more points. So we had 33 more points from 3. They had 21 more points from the line. That's your 12. So now your margin's 12. But 32. Oh my God. Whistles. We out-rebounded them. We had more offensive rebounds than them. We had more assists than them. More steals. They had more blocks. Turnovers. Now that's where you get to the other thing. So, folks, right now the margin is 12. Again, 33. We made 33 more points from the 3 line. They made another 21 from the free throw, plus for them. Margin is 12. We had 19 turnovers to their 8. Careless. Give them defensive pressure. But now what is that? 27-16 plus 11. Now it's a net 0, basically. Plus 1 for us. So we made 33 more points from the 3-point line. However, they made 21 more points from the free throws, and they made another 11 more points off of turnovers. There goes your margin, and that's why you lose this game. Points in the paint, basically the same. Fouls, 27-14. Largest lead, 18, and you blow it. Brutal. I cannot get over that. Now let's go to the box scores, folks. Kevon Looney, no points. He went out early. He was sick. Wiggins, give him credit. He really was the only person keeping us up in the fourth quarter. We'll break that down. 4 of 5 from the free throw line, 5-11 from 3, 25 points. Curry, 11 shots, 14 points. It's deceiving. He was basically double teamed almost every time he got the ball. Give Mitchell credit on the Kings. He did a great job of staying on his body. He's always plays Curry well. And Curry had to give up the ball. Other teammates have to do something. And it wasn't enough. That's where Klay Thompson could step up. Kevin Durant could step up. Draymond can have those games. No Draymond. No Brandin Podziemski. No Kuminga. No Kyle Anderson. So you're having Guy Santos. I'm not saying he doesn't play bad, but that's your 15th guy on the bench. He's playing in a big game. Quinten Post, your two-way player who doesn't really play, has been playing a lot because of injuries. Lindy Waters, who's gone from starting to off the bench, he is now playing a lot of minutes again. So these people who aren't supposed to be in these game time, crutch time, fourth quarter, end of game, are having to do it. Are having to do this because we have injuries. But also we don't have the depth we used to have. We don't have that star power up top. One, that's a factor of the CBA. 2, it's a factor of bad drafting. And 3, it's a factor of I can't pull it up because I'm not OBS. It's a factor of the contract. When you're paying Curry $60 million a year, you don't have the money to go get star players in this new CBA. So players got to step up, and they're not. Hield, 5 of 9 from 3. Average night for him. Better than he's been lately. Payton, 1 of 3 from 3. Don't expect much from him. Waters, 1 of 2. Santos, 4 of 5 from 3. I'm glad that he's playing. He's giving it ish on offense. He's giving it ish on defense. He's proved he deserves those minutes after not playing. I give him credit. Also, Team Brazil, Olympics, he's played in big games. Post, a lot of people in the comments said, get Post in there, get Post in there, get Post in there. He's played the past couple games, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Dennis, he did nothing in that third quarter. I like Dennis as an individual, but that third quarter when they did the onslaught, Dennis was getting worked. Moody, 4 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. He had that overturned 3. They got fouled on the 3 by Sabonis. They went to the replay. It was overturned. He kind of kicked his leg out. I'm not mad about it. Even if they make that, I don't know if the Warriors win that because they're still down 3 if he makes all 3. Now, if you look at the Warriors, look at the Kings. Their big 3, Sabonis, Rosen, and Fox, great games. Fox, 10 of 10 from the line. DeRozan, 5 of 6 from the line. Sabonis, 8 of 8 from the line. Your big players are scoring when it matters. Monk had a bad shooting night, 2 of 7 from 3. Okay, from the field, 7 of 15. Fox didn't shoot the ball well, 2 of 11. But when you let their guys get 10 of 10 from the line, they're going to stay in games. It's brutal, bro. Brutal. Even the Herder, they're like good shooter who's not playing a lot coming from injury, like didn't do anything. The starters beat us in the end. Ugh. Now we got to go to play-by-play, and this is where it's going to be brutal. We got to go to all quarters. We got to go to fourth quarter. Kings in the fourth quarter. Warriors in the fourth quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 threes. 7 threes made in the fourth quarter. Let's take it off the miss. They had 3. But look at all those in the paint, and it doesn't show, unfortunately. I don't think you can show free throws here. If you could show the 3 throws here, oh my God, it was disparity. Now let's look at some of the players. It was Wiggins. He made 2 threes. He went 2 from the line from the 3. If you look at Buddy, he went 2, which is nice. You look at Curry, didn't really have any chances in the fourth quarter. They took him, obviously, the timeout. He gets to sit. Didn't have good looks. Doesn't have anybody to help him. He had 1 shot in the third quarter. Around the rim in the second, first made 1 3. But this is the crazy part, is that avalanche is happening. Curry's getting nothing going. It's just brutal, folks. Just brutal. If you want to look at the standings now, we are falling behind. Oops. Nope, I don't care about you. Division. The good thing is no one's running away with the Pacific Division. If you have the Clippers would be at the top of the Pacific Division at the start of the season, I would have said you crazy, especially with Kuminga being hurt. Sorry, Kawhi being hurt. We're only 3.5 back. If you win your division, you're a top 3. Luckily, it's not OKC. I mean, look at the Nuggets and look at the Thunder. They're running away with it. No one's catching the Thunder. Even Houston, like, I thought they'd be good this season. Maybe not this good. But we're lucky we're in the Pacific Division. If you look at how we're doing for the playoffs overall, we're now officially out of the playoffs. The good thing, 12, and I mean, San Antonio was terrible last year. We're closer to actually the Jazz, 11 games, than we are to the Thunder, 15 games. Weren't we 12-3 at one point? 12-3, folks. Top of the West. All over social media. Warriors back. That feels like it was so long ago. So long ago. It's not going to get any easier with the teams we got to play. It's not getting any easier with the teams we have to play. If you look at the teams we got, y'all ready for this? Oops. Chicago at home, must win. It feels like a lot of games this season have been must wins. That needs to be a must win. Lakers prime time. Utah at home needs to be a must win. OKC prime time. Phoenix prime time. Good luck. Good luck. Phoenix, we have to win. They're right there with us. Orlando, good young team. Top 5 in the East. At Utah, always a tough game up in the altitude. At LA, prime time. At Chicago, needs to be must win. At Milwaukee, I mean, who's going to guard Giannis? If Dre's not back, he should be at that point, but how's he playing? At Dallas, prime time. At Houston. At Sacramento again. Then Dallas. Then you maybe get an easy game with Charlotte. At Orlando. At Philly. At Charlotte. At New York. Brooklyn. Detroit, who played us really well. Then Portland. And then you get Sacramento at home. Oh, brutal schedule. Look at the injuries. Podziemski's still out. Anderson out. Green's out at least 4 games. This was the second of that 4. Kuminga, probably another week. So there's a lot going on, folks. This is tough. Let's take a look at Twitter. Let's see what the reporters are saying. Let's go to Anthony Slater. Warriors lost an 18-point lead, as we talked about. And we have a back-to-back with the Bulls. DeRozan, 19 third-quarter points. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Warriors score 4 points in the final 4 minutes of regulation. 123, 117 in Sacramento. Curry's 1 of 5. Not good, folks. I agree. Don't pull him. Kerr high for Santos. Give him credit. 12 assists for Steph. Had to do it. But we just don't have enough firepower. At the end of the day, you are what your record says you are. 41 games in, 21-22. We are a mediocre team at best. If you want to hear more breakdowns, please subscribe to Warriors Digest, folks. Appreciate that. Supporting. Help us get to 8,000 8,000 fans, subscribers. Appreciate it. Let's go through the chat. Let's see what y'all are saying. Let me pop up. Steph is overrated. Senora Montserrat. I disagree with that. He can't do it on his own. 4 chips aren't overrated. Bree, I agree. Then there seems to be a better point guard. This isn't a good offense for him. Fire Steve Kerr. You know, I truly don't think they're going to fire Steve Kerr until the offseason. He's won a bunch of championships with the Warriors, longtime coach. They don't want him to get fired mid-season and have that. If he's like, you know what, I need to step away, then maybe they do that and they have that type of conversation. But I don't think this organization, they're out of respect for Kerr, are going to fire him mid-season like they would, like the Kings did Mike Brown. It would have to be a mutual decision. When is Kuminga coming back? Probably the end of the calendar month. Anything else? When you blow an 18-point lead like that, coaching staff really needs to look in the mirror. I agree, and it's not the first time, as I already mentioned many times this season. Steve Kerr gave away the game in the third quarter by starting with a small lineup. Santos, Davis, Wiggins, Steph, and Dennis were balling before halftime. GP2 and Buddy. I agree with that. Could have been trying to do some defensive offense there. Maybe with Looney outs, trying to get the offense, new rotations. Can't score in a 2-3 zone, and even after escaping those traps. I wonder if they've gone to the podium yet. Let's see if they've gone to the podium and get some press conference quotes going. Let me just type that in. Anything from the podium? Anything from the podium? Nope. Too many turnovers. Embarrassing. Pretty good summation, folks. We need to tank for Cooper Flag. I think at this point we're not going to get him. Too many teams already are tanking, and we have too many wins. So, folks, summation. This was a very tough loss. Looked good in the first and second quarters. Blew it in the third and the fourth. Disappointing to say the absolute least. Giving up 30 free throws made out of 32 taken. 27 points off of turnovers when we doubled in turnovers. We made 33 points from the 3-point line, more than them. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Kings are 2-0 against us this year. We are one game under 500, 21-22. We're now 10-11 on the road, and we are a mediocre team. This team, if they want to do anything this year, they keep saying we don't want to blow up the future for the now. You got to make some type of trade. You are what your record says you are. Thank you all for being here on this post game. Please like and subscribe to Warriors Digest. I appreciate you being here. Go check out the other videos, trade rumors. We do breakdowns, everything in between. Appreciate y'all. We have a game tomorrow. We got Bulls game tomorrow. We'll do a breakdown either after that or in the morning after. I'll probably try to get the video out about some trade rumors going tomorrow. So please subscribe, like. Appreciate y'all being here. Warriors rather died. We aren't bandwagoning fans. We stay with the team through the good and the bad. We can be mad at the team. We can be happy with the team. But at the end of the day, ride or die with the Warriors. Bye, everybody.